What is up, everyone? Maximilian here, and welcome back to another gameplay featuring Modern Warfare 3 and Call of Duty. This time we're going to be taking a kind of like a walkthrough of this game. I'm going to try to give some insight and opinions because this is the period where I had not been playing Call of Duty for about like a month, maybe a month and a half or 2 months. And I'd been 10 prestige for some time, and my motivations to keep playing were just kind of like rising low. But I get this urge every once in a while, the urge to shoot the hell out of a lot of people, and the urge to jump into a chopper gunner and to blow like 30 or 40 people away. And that's kind of what gets me into Call of Duty, which is why I like balancing things like fighters with shooters every once in a while. So, nonetheless, we're gonna walk through a game here. And I'm going to go through and try to give you guys a little bit of tips and opinions as far as like warming up and getting back into Call of Duty. And the biggest stuff that is Call of Duty, which is funny, like things like your aim is really important, I feel like. And just to give you guys an example, like I never was extremely good at Call of Duty until like 4. I played COD 2 a little bit, but once I started playing 4, I started to get fairly decent at the game. Just to give you some comparative stats, even though they really don't matter for the sake of these games, and depending on what game modes you play, I think my kill-death ratio in Call of Duty 4 was like 2.6, 2.7, something like that. Modern Warfare 2, it was around 3. Black Ops, it was ridiculously high, like 4.3 to 4.5 or something, because that game, I don't know, that game just made sense to me really, really well. And in Modern Warfare 3, I'm hovering just around 3, but it varies a lot of the time depending on what guns I'm using. So I'm curious that this game actually sits on the same as Modern Warfare 3 for kill-death ratio-wise, even though that doesn't matter. I kind of know how to get around without dying, like, all the time. So hopefully a little bit of this information will help you get a little bit of success when you try to go about doing things. But as of right here, as you can tell, we're on the downside of this area. I'm trying to find a good time to jump on the C flag, looking at the minimap, looking at where all those red dots are, and it seemed like a good moment. And the reason I waited there for just a second to jump on that flag is because I was waiting for a teammate to go in there with me. There's a good chance that that little bit of those extra 3-4 seconds that you have to sit down on a flag are gonna get you killed. And if you have to, wow, what the hell is this guy doing over here? If you have to like sit down on that flag for a little bit longer periods of time, you're just gonna end up dying, and it's not worth it. So a lot of times going gung-ho is just going to help the other team out because you just give another point towards their kill streak. But in that situation there, wait for a teammate to show up, it caps like twice as fast, and you catch a dude completely humping the ground. So there we go. Now we got them trapped at B. We know where they should be spawning from unless they are, you know, being hella, somebody's infiltrating the crap out of them. But we just lost A, so this is going to become an issue. Even though, if you see what's happening here, they're still spawning right behind me. But with kill streaks, I mean, this is going to change everything. Once I pull out this Reaper, I'm going to get a good idea. What the hell? I can't even tell you what the hell is going on in this game. It is some weird stuff. That guy was right behind me. With this Reaper, I'm going to pull it out, see if I can't get some people to move from their spawning location so we can start getting people to cap stuff. But that's the thing, is that you'll run into times, you'll run into teams that just don't want to do anything. Like, it's so frustrating sometimes, which is why I run solo a lot in Call of Duty games, because I just want to play when I want to play, and I don't really wait for people. But when you have a couple of people that are playing with you, it's so much easier. You don't need a full team or anything like that. Just 1 or 2 people that can help you out. One person that you can communicate to is like, yo, dog, I got a Reaper. Go get B. I'll make sure nobody kills you. Stuff like that. And as the entire team advances to spawn around me, I get the Osprey Gunner. But, you know, in an event where you're alone, you kind of just got to do your best with what you have available to you, because you're not going to be able to communicate with people a lot, and much due to the fact that everybody's muted, or people just don't want to talk in public rooms. I don't completely blame them at all, because I'm kind of the same way too. Nonetheless, it's kind of an advantage where you need to look at the situations you're in and realize, well, I have about like a 10% chance of winning this firefight. It might make for a badass montage clip, but I'm probably going to die, and I'm not going to be able to get my kill streak. So play things a little bit more patiently. Like, a lot of the guys that have watched me play Call of Duty realize that I'm not like the huge Sandy Ravage rusher. I'm not the guy who is a sniper from all distances. I'm not like a quick scope or anything like that. If you notice how I play the game, I don't play the game a lot of the time. I play the gun and I play the map. And that's a very different mentality when it comes to like something like Call of Duty. Like in this situation here, I know that there's a spawn point to the right, like in the back of this gun area. So I'm not going to rush in there. I'm going to sit back at a medium to long distance with what I have, a Type 95 right now because I picked one up. I'm going to take dudes out bursting fire and eventually get a Predator and kill, you know, 2 or 3 guys and get my Reaper at the same time. But here we go, another situation where we're not able to take this guy down with this shot, but I'm at an advantage there if he has like an SMG or something like that. So that's what I mean, is that you just got to look at the situations you're in and take them with the approach that, well, this is the gun I have for this. If I run in here, there's a chance a dude with a PP90 is going to walk right by me and not even touch the trigger, and I'm going to be dead in a heartbeat. Granted, you know, things like lag are another really big thing to consider, and a lot of the times when it comes to, like, dealing with lag, I get this question a lot, like, Max, how the hell do you deal with, like, the crap-ass lag that is in Modern Warfare 3 and games like this, which is why I like Call of Duty 4 a lot and Modern Warfare 2 a lot, because it didn't have this lag, is you have to either deal with it or don't deal with it. Now, a lot of the times I'm stubborn when it comes to competitive games, and I just deal with things, and I'll just fight through it. Which is why a lot of my games will end up going not very well in some situations, and I'll only get like maybe a 1 to a 1.5 kill death on like a team deathmatch, or we'll lose a domination because there's just a very fat chance that you're going to be able to kill people if you run into them around a corner and they're on the host, the better end of the host connection. Another very challenging thing when it comes to Call of Duty, but hopefully will get addressed later on. Now, when you deal with stuff like that, you can either deal with it and play through the whole game, or you can quit out. Now, I'm not totally impartial to just quitting out. Like, if you notice in the first few seconds that the lag is really bad, just don't deal with it. There's a lot of people playing Modern Warfare 3, and you'll get into a better game that has a better connection, as my Reaper goes on a tear right here. Not exactly a tear. I get it out just to start making people get the idea that we need to start capping other flags, dog. And I think we're actually capping B right now, so this is working out. But these guys, once you usually get a Reaper or an Osprey Gunner or something out, there's a fat chance that they're going to let you do it again. I think I see that my teammates are dying down here, so I'm going to be very careful. I'm going to use my Stinger, which I always carry with me, to take out things in the sky to benefit towards my kill streaks, which will make things easier for people to cap and stuff like that. I mean, that's why I like assault kill streaks, is that assault kill streaks can be so beneficial for the team, not just personally. I mean, they are beneficial personally a lot because they are great for your stats and they get you a lot of kills, but at the same time, they're not directly easy to get because of things like all the crazy random factors that are in games like Modern Warfare 3. So, here we go. I think this is actually the second Osprey Gunner, but I doubt this will do absolutely anything in this situation because this team is not going to have none of it. But what it's doing is that it's keeping them concentrated in a certain area, and with this, like, other guys were able to get kill streaks. Like, there was a stealth bomber that just came in, stuff like that, and just like that, my Osprey is down, but my Osprey did the job because it moved the other team. Now, even in this situation here, we're only winning by 10 points, and my kill-death ratio isn't the best. This is still a very close game at this point. You might also notice that I'm using the Scar with a silencer, which is honestly one of my favorite guns in the game, and I think it's one of the better guns in the game as well, like right next to the ACR. The reason being is that at the end of my 10th Prestige, I didn't want to go all the way to 15th or 20th or whatnot. I just wanted to play the game, and I just wanted to do well. And that's the big challenge when you're having to use guns like the M16 and stuff like that. Well, here's another one of those situations. See how I got 2 teammates right behind me, and we got people shooting at us? We need to cover we need to secure this area before we go in and we cap B. And I don't know. Well, oh my gosh. Oh, I should have aimed left a little bit, but if I did, I might not have been able to kill those guys because of respawn armor. Anyway. We're going to go in and we're going to try to get C right here, and before doing that, we have to secure the perimeter. Now, if you jump in and you just jump on C, you're going to die, and even in this situation, they know we want to do that, so we're losing our location fast, but since they're all focused on C, look what happened, they got A. So I actually have a proactive team in this situation. We actually have people that want to cap flags, but don't, like, a lot of guys that want to cap flags are too anxious about it. Like, they'll go in, we'll have like C and B, and then they'll cap A, which is totally pointless. Like, unless you're going for some sort of personal achievement that you want to win an entire game, like, you know, 200-0 in a domination, then you don't need to go for it. And oh my god, that guy was blended into the wall so damn hard. I hate it when stuff like that happens. It's so annoying. And he wasn't even moving either. Anyway, trying to get my way back over there, and on the way out, I take a very bad route and get myself shot. So that's the kind of anxiousness that'll get you killed in these games, is that I was too anxious to run out into the open. I got to be a bit more careful here. Look where my teammates are, look where people are capping and stuff like that. And a lot of the times, man, like, even the most pro of Call of Duty players, if you jump into a ground war game, there are just going to be things that are beyond your control and make no sense, like that freaking stealth bomber, and all of a sudden I'm juiced. I don't get death streaks very often, but it will happen every once in a while, and we are warming up, I am warming up back to Modern Warfare 3 once again, so there is a little bit of an adjustment to go forward with this stuff. But now we got C. Looks like it's wide out in the open. I'm just going to sit right here. There's a guy right behind me. I'm going to hope he comes and helps me out. But holy hell, did you see that guy? I didn't even see that guy at all. That's the second time that's happened in this game, and that is frustrating me to no end. Now I'm on a vindictive, revengeance-filled rage, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to kill this guy and make sure he absolutely does not live anymore. And to get a pretty sweet double kill as a result, but dudes just aren't looking at me, and that's the greatest part of it. Oh my god, dudes! Dudes everywhere! Now, if I get this Predator missile down, it should be a sweet ass. Oh my god! Boom! 250 points. Is that 5 kills? Jeez, that might be it. That was a burly Predator missile, and with that, I think that might have stopped the team from progressing into C, and I think we might be good to win this game now. Yeah, this is a close one, but we ended up taking it in the very end, and just another warm-up game for Call of Duty. If you guys enjoy these kind of videos where I break things down, give my opinion on stuff, you know, about play-by-play analysis and stuff like that, let me know if you enjoy it, because if you guys like hearing this stuff, I'm going to get back and get better at playing Modern Warfare 3 once again. But as always, if you guys enjoyed the video, please leave a thumbs up. This has been Maximilian, signing out.